So I tried YouTube automation for 365 days, and the channel that you can see in front of you right now is the outcome. I've been able to get some pretty crazy results, but we will get back to that in just a minute. The stats so far in total, which I'll also prove later on in this video, I've been able to generate over $2 million of revenue from this YouTube channel, selling external products as well, monetizing through affiliate marketing, brand partnerships, all that kind of stuff. It totals to over $2 million in the last 365 days. Of course, tens of millions of views. Without traffic, you can't really generate money, or it's going to be very hard for you. And I am yet to turn 22 years old. I'm 21 right now. I just turned 21, which I hope proves to everyone that's watching this video that if you really put your mind to something and you put time into it, you can achieve pretty crazy things quite fast. So I thought that in this video, I don't know if you guys can see this, but in this video I'm going to go over my experience so far with YouTube, what I've learned during the past 365 days running this channel and bringing it to over 320,000 subs. I'm going to share some key takeaways and learnings that will definitely benefit you if you're looking to get into YouTube automation. And lastly, I'm of course going to reveal the total earnings that I've managed to amass from this one channel, since it's not all just ad revenue, right? It is split across so many different platforms, but I'm gonna break all of those down for you and show you what I've actually earned from just running a faceless YouTube channel, not showing my face, not revealing my voice, not really revealing my identity at all. So if you cannot focus for the coming 10 to 20 minutes, I'm gonna try to keep this short, but if you cannot focus, you are most likely not gonna make it. I hope that you're able to devote some time into learning something. But yeah, let's get into it. So the channel that I ran throughout these 365 days is called How to AI. A lot of people have heard of this or seen this once in their life when they're studying YouTube automation and trying to learn how to create content with AI. And I've been posting a lot about it on my Twitter as well for the past year or 2 years. That is where I've been the most active. So if you aren't following me yet, definitely consider doing so. But the channel. So if we just take a look at the stats here, you can see that I have $98,000 in total ad revenue gained. This means the money that YouTube pays me as a salary every single month. It's been kind of averaging, what can we say here? Let's say $200 to $250 per day for the last, if we actually go back exactly 1 year here, you can see that it's been averaging over $130 per day for the last 365 days, which is kind of stable and very good results when it comes to YouTube. I've been able to amass 13.7 million views of just this one channel. Keep in mind, I run like loads of other channels as well, but just this one has generated over 13.7 million views, which are all long form. None of these are shorts views. So if you put it into perspective, 13 million views is quite a lot for an educational channel. Now, why did I actually succeed with this channel? There have been many challenges and I've had many big issues with this channel as well, such as now recently YouTube has actually striked my channel twice, meaning that I cannot upload for until October, which is quite a bummer. If you guys want a video on like the new AI policies and how to kind of get around them and what I've learned so far since they were released, definitely leave a comment, I'll make it. But yeah, I've had quite some challenges, and just to prove that this channel is actually real and I'm not lying to you guys, just to trick everyone, I might have to zoom out here. I can change the currency to, let's say, something else that would look like dollars, like the peso here. You can see that it would have been $4 million if I did it that way. But if I actually go and switch back to US dollar, we only have 98 grand. I'm gonna show you guys later on in this video the total revenue from affiliate marketing and selling digital products. But I thought it might be cool to just know how much YouTube has actually paid me. So the 13 million views that I have actually gained on this channel, they're made up of like 10 videos at max. I've posted over 80 videos on this channel, but 5 to 10 of these have gone and performed super well. They've gone viral. You can see this one video right here that has got 3 million views. These viral videos actually make up for 95% of the revenue that I've earned. So that's really the point of staying consistent and just pushing until you do hit these viral spikes and your channel just takes off. But actually I have a very funny story here for the beginning of the channel. You can see here, like 2 years ago, it was not really performing great at all. I was getting like a few hundred views a day, at max a few thousand, which is not really that good when it comes to YouTube automation if you want to earn money. And this was due to one very simple reason. During this entire period of me just being kind of stagnant and not really getting any results, I was outsourcing the entire channel's work to freelancers that weren't really that good. I was just going onto YouTube before I started, and some guru told me to outsource literally everything. That is what I did, and that was also the reason to my channel's slow takeoff, because around here I decided to switch things up. So instead of using some overseas writer that didn't really care about the channel itself, I sat down, I analyzed my competitors, and I actually wrote the scripts myself, which, as you can see here, made the biggest difference ever. And it was the contributing factor to why this channel has become so successful, just because I did this one tweak and decided to write some scripts myself. It went from 3,000 views or 4,000 views a day to over 25,000 views consistently a day for a very long period of time, and that also made me a lot of money. So yeah, this is the most viewed video, which has 3 million views at this stage. I did post it September 24th, 2023, it seems like. So that's almost 2 years ago, and you can still see that it's getting 2,000 views an hour. It has generated over $18,000 in ad revenue, and I can tell you that these 3 million views on an educational channel like this, if you had the right back-end product set up, like a private community or some sort of digital product, affiliate marketing, which I'm doing for Canva in this video, for example, it has generated me well over $200,000 just this one video. And a very important thing to note here is that I only spent between $70 to $100 to create this one upload. So if we take that return on investment, I spent $70 to $100 and maybe a few hours of my time to create this upload. It was a very fortunate upload. I was quite lucky as well, and that video brought me in over $218,000 in revenue. I'm not the best at math. I don't even think I can calculate how much ROI that is. But it just goes to show that the margins when it comes to YouTube automation can really be, insane. They can be quite disgusting. One of the key takeaways to this specific video, which is my most viral ones, is that I actually just kind of copied another guy on YouTube. That is what you should do. It's called Proven Concepts. We can go on to YouTube here, and I will just search for Canva or bulk create 1000 shorts with Canva and ChatGPT. Just go on to there. You'll see my video, of course, since my video is about this specific topic. And you will also see this guy's video called Yamil Velji. I mentioned this before in my other videos here on this channel, but he is really one of the reasons to my success. So I gotta give him some credit, because he made this video 1 year ago as well. I saw that it was performing really well at that time. He got like a few 100,000 views pretty much in the beginning of uploading it. So I simply took inspiration from that topic. I thought, how can I make this better, and how can I make this more adapted to my own channel? I was very quick to execute the video, tell my team to create it, contribute myself, and that ended up becoming my most viral video. This is something that we tell almost all the students that we have in the Faceless Launchpad program that I run. Almost all of the students that are very successful, getting monetized in just a few uploads or making thousands of dollars in their first month. These students are very fast to execute their content with their team, and they're very good at picking out these proven concepts from their competitors, pretty much emulating what the competitors are doing and applying that to their own channel. So that is what you always want to do. Stop trying to be, super original, because to be frank, even though it might feel best to be original, that will delay your growth with I don't know how many months it's going to take before you actually see some results. So that is the explanation behind this video. And the way that I create this kind of content, just to give you guys a rundown, I will actually show you my entire like YouTube automation content creation system later on in this video. I'm going to show you how my team is structured, how I manage the team, everything like that. It's going to come up. But let's take a look at this one video so I can actually explain how it is done.
Take a look at these creators on Instagram and TikTok. They're getting hundreds of thousands of views, if not millions, from these short videos that take them probably 5 minutes to create.
So I'm actually quite embarrassed of how bad the quality of this video is, but that also goes to show that no matter how good your editing is, it will not really make the video go viral. This is a very common misconception that beginners have. They think that just because you have the best editing in the world, your video will perform really good. When in reality, the only thing that matters is the packaging of the video itself, like the thumbnail and the title, but most importantly, and this makes the biggest difference out of everything, your topic. If your topic is interesting and people genuinely want to watch your topic, they will click on your video, even if your packaging is, quite bad. Even if your editing is quite bad, they will continue watching. Your script can also be quite bad, they will continue watching if they are just so desperate for the topic of the video, which in this case was how you can create, pretty much unlimited shorts using ChatGPT and Canva. A lot of people are interested in that. They see a clear value exchange when they look at the video title, and that's why they go on to watch it, and 3 million people have watched this video, even though it's quite shit. So, super important thing to keep in mind. Very, very good thing to mention. Now, so how I actually made this video is simpler than you might think. All you need is a scriptwriter that researches the actual tutorial process that we show within Canva, designing all of this stuff, just following through with this process, screen recording his screen. So the scriptwriter, a voiceover artist that just speaks out the script, and then a editor who just puts together all of these visuals and just makes it, the intro here, for example, is edited by an editor. And then lastly, the thumbnail, which you can use a thumbnail artist for, or even AI. So you only need these 4 components to create a video like this that can generate you over $218,000. It's crazy. Now, moving on to the second most viewed video that I've ever had on how to AI. It's got 1.1 million views, $8,361,000 in revenue. Quite low, in my opinion, when it comes to YouTube automation. Like 8K from a very viral video is quite low, but the real revenue shows in the back-end products that I've sold, which I'll show in just a few minutes. This video has also guaranteed generated me over $200,000 in revenue. Of course, not all of that is profit, but still crazy results considering it's only got 1.1 million views. And to keep it rather brief, the backstory to this video is that I was only making content about YouTube, and I thought, why not explore making educational content for other platforms as well? Since TikTok at that time was an app that was growing like crazy, a lot of people were using TikTok, and TikTok automation was getting more attention on social media. So YouTube automation was already a thing, but TikTok automation, I saw it was on a come up, so I decided to quickly execute on that and write a script regarding TikTok automation, which, as you can see, obviously paid off. So even though proven concepts are a very good thing, if you have almost utilized all proven concepts from your competitors and you're quite unsure of what content to create, you can start looking into sub-niches within your own niche. So I wouldn't, for example, create a video about cars out of nowhere because it wouldn't make sense for this channel. But instead of teaching people how to create content for YouTube with AI, I could then teach people how to create content on TikTok with AI. And even though it's not completely the same topic, my previous audience could still appreciate the video. So that performed really well. It's got me 20,000 subscribers approx. But let's move on to the third most viewed video. And this one is actually quite interesting. Let me just zoom in here real quick. Yeah, this one is quite interesting since this video was also just an experiment, although I was going off a very, very proven concept. So you can see that the video length here is 54 minutes and 17 seconds. and that is due to a very good reason. You can also see that this one has lower views than my previous video about TikTok. It's got about, what is that, like 150,000 lower views, but it still generated more than $2,500 more in just ad revenue. It's purely due to the video length. It's kind of the same topic, but the video length makes a big difference to the RPM. As I said, like, this is a educational video, 986,000 views on a 1 hour long tutorial. I can tell you that the back-end revenue that you can generate from such videos is like, it's disgusting. As I said before, it's crazy. So this has also generated me over definitely $250,000 without doubt. I'm gonna show that in a second. But the reason why this video performed so well is not because I revealed the craziest AI tool that everyone just loves. I'm gonna just head over to one of my competitor channels, AI Guy, for example. He had a lot of success with his super long content. So like 25 hours is actually crazy. But you can see that his most viewed video is 10 hours in length. And I saw this, I saw how much views it was getting. I was kind of jealous. So I thought, I might not be able to make a 10-hour video, of course, but I can make a 1-hour video and see if that makes any difference to how my usually shorter videos perform. And it became my third most viewed video. It generated me hundreds of thousands of dollars in revenue. So that is just proof that it works. And actually, after I did create this video, and you can see that my other almost 1 hour tutorial, at least 50 minutes in length, if this can load here, it also went and became an outlier with 337,000 views, which is, you can see, a 200K more than usual. So it's a very clear sign that longer content performs well. And actually, to share some sauce with you guys with the current YouTube meta, the way that you're going to perform and actually outcompete your competitors is by making longer content. I could talk about this all day, but if you have two channels right in front of you, the first channel posts 10-minute videos and the second channel posts 20-minute videos. And the first channel with these 10-minute videos, they are getting 100% average view percentage, which is practically impossible, meaning that their viewers stay for an average view duration of 10 minutes. But the other channel here at 20 minutes, they are getting a 50%, like half the average view percentage. But still, even though they're getting half the percentage, they're still getting the same average view duration as the first channel. So they can do worse content, but still keep the viewer on the platform for longer. And if you do think about it, the only thing that YouTube actually cares about when it comes to their algorithm and what they want to achieve is keeping the user on the platform for as long as possible, since that is how they make their money. They make money from people watching more content, since more ads are displayed to them. So more brands pay them for, the paid ads that they show. So longer content, keep it in mind. But let's actually move on. So all of these videos are great, right? I've created them using a very big team, super good editors, quite a few editors. I think I've had 4 editors at one point, 2 script writers, 1 thumbnail artist, and then of course 1 voiceover artist. So how do you actually manage a team like this? What do you need to do? What most people do, and what I've also done for a very long time myself, is use a app called Trello. This is how practically everyone in the YouTube automation space manages their channels. It's very convenient. And I know that this might look quite overwhelming here, but just to break it down quickly, you can see here is the title of all the different columns here. And with these cards, you can move them across the different columns. So I would put since I am doing the ideation, which is the heaviest lifting of the channel, it is the most important part, strategy-wise. I come up with the topics and provide information within these cards. Then once it is ready to be written, I drag it from this section here, which is where I just leave the topics. I drag that onto video topic approved. Because my scriptwriter is also added to this same view. So when he sees that one of the video topics have been approved, that means that there's a green signal for him to, start writing on it. And then when he does start writing on it, he can just move the card himself to script in progress. This means that I do not have to sit and chase all of my team members or update the board myself, since it's everyone's responsibility to just move the card as you progress with the video. So the script writer, he just moves it into script in progress. When the script is done, he just moves it into its pending review from the manager or me. We approve the script, which means that when the voiceover guy sees that the script is approved, he simply gets started with it and moves it into voiceover in progress. I think you can see how this works. I'm not gonna go the entire length here, but this is essentially how it works. All of the team members are added to the Trello board, and this allows for a very, very smooth workflow where you don't have to be directly involved with everything. You can simply just see when it is done, any of the tasks, you can review the work, and you can keep the workflow very, very efficient, allowing you to create more content, but also potentially even start more channels using the similar system. And this is what has allowed me to scale, beyond $200,000 a month with YouTube. I think we hit $280,000 total revenue now in June. So, if I'm able to do this at 21, I think you guys are able to do it. I'm not particularly smart. I'm not particularly, I don't come from a lot of money or anything like that. I am, not skilled when it comes to content creation. I had never ever created a YouTube video in my entire life. I just watched some guy on YouTube who talked about YouTube animation, just like I am doing right now. And that inspired me to just go all in when I was working 9 to 5. And obviously it turned out pretty well. So I am very happy. Now though, what you all have been waiting for, I'm actually going to reveal the total earnings that I have had from this one channel. We can start off with of course, just the regular ad revenue, $98,000, which is nice. But if we go on to one of the dashboards here for affiliate marketing, you can see that in just the last year, during 2024, I got $12,000 in payouts here, which is quite nice from just one. I believe I posted 2 or 3 videos about this tool, and it generated me an average of $4,000 per video, which is a very good return considering the videos only cost $300 or $400 to make for me at that time. We can also go on to here, 11 Labs. I have been paid, or I'm gonna be paid more than $16,000 from just 11 Labs as well. I do not make any efforts really to promote these guys. I just mention them in my tutorial content. I show how it's used. It's a mandatory step for my tutorials, so it just kind of works really well. They provide a very good tool for AI voiceovers, so it's just a win-win for everyone. So an additional $16,000 there. My paid community has grossed $170,000 in the last 12 months. This is just to break it down very quickly on How to AI, I help people create content with AI. This paid community just allowed people to get 24/7 live mentorship from other people that have been successful with YouTube. You can see that the revenue has declined quite a bit. That is because I've closed this community down. We are not accepting any new members. We are closing down the community for good due to the fact that I want to focus more on our one-on-one coaching students that I take on, which has proven to generate crazy results for the people that have joined the program. People making thousands of dollars within just their first 45 days, getting monetized with their first 3 videos. So this is being closed down, but $170,000 from just this 12-month period. I actually migrated this to a new app, so this is not the whole revenue. I've done over $250,000 with this just one paid community. And then we can move on to my biggest product of all, the digital product store that I run through How to AI. It has made me over $1.6 million, which is quite unheard of when it comes to YouTube. I do not know of anyone else who has managed to amass these kinds of results with digital products. That is why I like to think that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to external monetization. And that really goes to show the potential of YouTube. 13 million views $1.6 million in revenue. Also, a few $100,000 probably come from affiliate marketing with other people also promoting these kinds of products. So I'm not gonna take the credit for the entire 1.6 million, but still it is a business that I run. So a lot of work has gone into it, and it has generated me, crazy results. And I'm not gonna go and dig for all of the different affiliate dashboards like this one, where there are smaller results like 4 or 5K, but there are tens of sites that I've just mentioned once or twice, generating me a few $1,000s here and there. But just to give you the big picture of what YouTube can actually generate for you. Now, if you guys enjoy what I put out here, I try to provide as much value as possible based on my experience. Please let me know with a comment on this video what topic you want me to provide value on. I'm sure that everyone who is trying to start their own YouTube automation channel is facing some kind of challenge. Otherwise, everyone would be making loads of money, right? So surely you have a question for me that I can definitely provide my input on and help you progress, right? So comment your topic. If other people like it, they can like the comment, and I'll see the demand for what you guys want to see. On a different note, I have here a interview that I posted 11 hours ago with one of our students called Reed. He joined my program called Faceless Launchpad just I think 1 or 2 months ago. He got monetized with his first 3 videos. He's managed to make over $6,000 in his first 45 days on YouTube. The channel is now generating him over $350 a day from just posting pretty much silly YouTube automation content. It's a very interesting interview. He's sharing a lot of the insights that he gained as a beginner. So definitely watch that. I will put it on the screen here. And I'll see you in the next video.